Broadcasting live from upstate New York, a technology talk show that puts you and your questions first. It's Tech Talk Live.
Yeah, baby. It's Tech Talk Live coming to you live from upstate New York. I'm Flipper.
I'm JJ.
And we're a computer talk show, technology talk show. Really, really big show.
Broadcasting live on FingerLakes1.com, FingerLakes1 TV.
.tv.
.tv.
.tv. We got the live chat up. You can contact us there on the live stream piece, or you can go and email us at techtalkliveny@gmail.com, or
Okay.
if you want to give us a call,
315-220-0692.
yes.
Yay!
I really got to hang those back up.
We keep saying that.
Our little cheat sheet. You can check
Week
us out
after
on
week.
Facebook.
Got it up and running.
Like us, share us.
Yay!
So, anyhow.
And we're on Twitter, too.
We are? Oh, that's
I
right,
do
we
believe
are.
so.
Yeah. We don't do too much tweeting.
No.
Tweeting's for twits.
I think we just put the...
Is that how that goes? I don't know. Whatever.
we just put the shows out there, I do believe.
Yep.
So, check us out on iTunes. We're there, too.
Yep, we're on iTunes. We're on probably every podcast directory between here and San Francisco. So
Right. YouTube.
We're on YouTube. Actually, we're going to be changing where we're on YouTube. We're going to be just going right off the FingerLakes1.com channel instead of having our own channel and then...
Our own channel.
Yep. I liked our own channel, but you know what we could do? We could always do some specialized things, like saying if we got a review that we want to do, we do a short video
Because
clip.
we are special.
We are. I am that kind of helmet kind of special.
I am special.
iPhone and YouTube.
iPhone and YouTube.
I like your shirt.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah.
iPhone.
YouTube. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So cute.
Our little technology shirts.
There you go.
Thanks to Mimi.
Mimi got it for you.
Mimi keeps finding them for me.
That's so funny.
Just like there's an app for that. She got me that shirt, too.
There is an app for that. There's an app for a lot of things, actually. Speaking of apps,
Whoa.
I saw an app the other day that will take your phone and allow it to not only barcode read, via the camera, okay,
Right.
but it'll also log everything into the iPhone based on a common database. And I can't remember what the name. I forget what the name of the app was.
Would it happen to been the one I showed you for the one on my
No, actually, it's something totally different. It's
my little diet there?
right. That's really neat that it can actually look up and tell you all the nutritional stuff.
It scans the barcode and
Just boom, it's done. That's awesome. I like
it
that.
populates it for you and you're good to go.
But this is, I guess, what you could do with this is you can go to a store, barcode scan it, and it'll give you, like saying if you barcode scan the box for, I don't know, an iPhone.
Right.
It'll actually give you the suggested manufacturer price, and, it'll give you all the different pricing. So you can shop around.
I have seen that.
That was kind of neat. Somebody was showing me that app the other day, and I was like, wow, that's cool.
With that app, if I'm not mistaken, you could take it, say you ran out of macaroni and cheese.
Yep. What, the diet one or the one I'm talking about?
No, the one you're talking about.
All right, that I can't remember the name of now.
Right, exactly. I've seen the advertisement online here, but you just scan the barcode and it puts it in your grocery list for you automatically.
Yeah, I
need.
think there's something that adds on to that. Yeah,
Right, and then it shops around for you and tells you
where to go to buy the cheapest.
right, exactly.
Right. That is one of the biggest things. I mean, God rest Mom's soul, but if she was still around, that would be so cool to have for her, because she was always totally like shopping around. I mean, she would spend a whole day just going store to store to store to store to find the best deals, and she would
then
end
have to
back.
go back. Right?
Yeah, go back to the original store. That would be so neat if that worked around here. Just be able to go bleep. Okay, mac and cheese is on sale over at PNC. Bleep. Okay, and then it makes your grocery list for you, and then you just make your round, and then boom, done.
It's out there.
Save the most money.
Or just go to their website and check them out.
I can't remember the name of the app. That's horrible.
A lot of the grocery stores, Walmart, Tops.
Yeah,
PNC,
they got some of their own apps.
They have their own apps, or just check them out online. Probably you can see the deals and bring up the flyers. And shop that way too.
Nice.
So, gotta love it.
So if you want to get your computer question on, or you want to talk about what we're talking about, you can call us every Saturday morning, 11 to 12 Eastern time, and our phone number is 315-220-0692. And you can get on live and talk to us or ask questions, or
A lot of people are asking about last week's question, did we get the problem resolved?
Actually, we did. It's just that we actually had the solution. The problem didn't actually. The problem was
she didn't resolve it.
We didn't resolve it on the. Well, we didn't resolve it on the air. She didn't resolve it on the air.
Right.
But it pretty much, we had said what the solution was. You had mentioned it out of the manual.
Right.
As well. And then once the caller actually sat down and calmly did it.
Took a breather.
Yep.
Walked away.
Yep. It took right off.
And what was the problem? What happened?
Basically, the TV wasn't communicating with the laptop, or the laptop didn't detect the TV. It just wasn't having the communication thing. So it was like, shut everything off and start over. TV had to be off and laptop had to be off, and then start I forget if it was the TV first or the one. I think it was the laptop had to go first, had to be up to the desktop, area, and then she had to turn on the TV. And then when she turned on the TV, the laptop said, "Oh, I see another display. Would you like to extend your display to here?" And it's like, yeah, sure. And then it worked fine. Ta-da. Simply
just turning.
I know, isn't it weird that sometimes that's the easiest solution sometimes?
Yep, I love it.
But yeah, I thought maybe she had a bad cable there, the way she was describing it. I've done this 4 times, and people say that they do things 4 times, and sometimes
they need an any key. Where's the any key? Come on down, buddy. Oscar's out visiting.
Yep. Well, push him away.
Push him away, MJ. Just give him a little boop. Youth nowadays.
Yeah, I know, right?
Gotta love it.
Don't start me. Don't get me started on the youth nowadays. I'm really disappointed. And, I had to help out a kid the other day with their math at...
Is this a gripe of the week? No.
Well, I can start it if you like. That's fine.
This you're going to be one of your gripes.
Okay, fine. We'll do it. I don't care.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway,
here's a gripe from Flipper.
A gripe from Flipper is that, with the advent of technology and the advent of education and moving forward,
right?
I really think that we are... The way that they're teaching some of these things like math and science, and especially math, because that's what I was helping this kid with. I am excellent at math. I can use a calculator. I can do it by hand. I can do it in my head. I am really good at math.
Math is crazy.
Math nowadays is nuts.
Even for MJ.
Yeah?
Were we like, hello, can you give us a refresher on...
A refresher is not a refresher, JJ.
What are you expecting out of these children?
Right. That's what you need to find out is what are you expecting? Like groupings. Right. I'm like, what the heck is groupings? There's no reason to have groupings. It's
3rd grade.
What?
3rd grade.
Really?
Really? Already?
3rd grade, they're doing groupings. What do you mean groupings? That's what I don't understand. If somebody wants to call in or email in, please. Explain it to me, because I got I think a 99 on my Regents for math. Okay, when I graduated high school,
they have to show their work to show how they got the answer.
Well, it's fine that they got to show how they answer. Oh, that's fine. Add this to that, but that's not how they have to show it anymore. It's not basic showing.
Yeah, they have to show in a group on how they got. 2 + 2 is 4. You got 2 apples in here, and I got 2 apples here. Give me 4 apples over here. That's the grouping thing, I guess.
Really?
Yeah, and they got to show how they did their work. I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
Oh my God, the education department has to get their heads out of their butts.
New York State.
Well, federal, yeah, right. Isn't it? Maybe somebody can actually tell me what it is, but I think it's the core thing everybody's been complaining about. Right. The core education basically dictates from the federal government down to the states. This is what you will teach and how you will teach it.
This is the 3rd different year that MJ's had 3 different ways to do math already.
I like the idea of having alternative ways. If you have a child that's not getting it this way, let's try doing it this way.
Right.
I'm good with that. But you should teach it the basic way. And here's the other thing that drives me nuts about math right now, and kids working at like Subways and McDonald's and stuff.
Can't make change.
You got it.
Can't eat it.
They can't even make change based on...
Oh, my calculator's broken. I can't...
even if the calculator's there, dude. Have you seen it? This one girl sat there, I owe you $1.61. Okay. So I give you $1. Here's $1, and then 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and then gives it to y'all in nickels. Or, you know, it's like, really? Really? And then they hand it to you, and I go, you sure that's right?
Right. And
oh my God, they're like deer in the headlights, and it's
God.
like,
I could have gave you a quarter for that instead. Yeah.
Well, it was like the other day. I was down to the mobile or whatever, and I was buying. I forget what I was buying, but it was probably soda or something. But what?
See my buddy.
Yeah, I see your buddy. He loves you, and he's on camera. Hey, Oscar, the mascot.
Hi.
I was down there buying something. I can't remember what it was, but I was buying something, and I gave it came to $6.21. Okay, so I said, okay, I got a 20. I gave her 21, which was the total bill. So I should get a 10 and a 5 back, right? Really simple, you know, not hard. Okay,
right.
You thought I gave her a word problem of two trains traveling at different speeds going towards each other. Where will they meet? Okay. That's how much brain power this person was trying to use to comprehend.
Of course, they already hit the total button on the
right.
So put the
$20. Oh, okay.
Right.
Then she thought I was trying to scam her out of, you know, $1. I go, if I was trying to scam you out of anything, I'd be scamming you out of $100 or $200, not $1.
Right.
You know, $1 is nothing. I'm talking, you know, let's do something worthwhile here, you know?
I love the part with MJ. You just can't do 9 + 9, carry the 1.
Yeah.
No, you gotta carry 10 spot over. It's not carrying 1 over. You're carrying 1 to the 10 spot over. So that's how they are teaching the kids. I'm like, really? Taking 10 ones and moving it over to the other side. Yeah.
Well, I suppose that teaches theory, but at the same time,
it's crazy.
It is crazy. I mean, 24 + 5 would be 29.
Right.
1,962 plus 2,154. Now I can't remember the first number, but it adds up easily, you know. Boom, 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 boom. Do the columns, you know.
Yeah, you just can't carry the 1 over. You can't carry 1 tens over, right? It's like,
MJ, I am so sorry, my friend. I really am. That's got to be driving you nuts.
It is. It's driving mom and dad nuts.
I can imagine. Well, I'm not so sorry for you guys. You guys can suffer. Hey, you can suffer right along with them.
My gripe of the week is the new iOS 7 upgrade for the iPhone and iPads, and you got these control panel that you'll be able to swipe from the bottom up to the top, and it's nearly impossible on the iPhone, at least on my iPhone anyway.
Really?
Really. You have to do it 5, 6, 7 times before it finally pops up. I'm like, this is a pain in the derriere.
Yeah, right. You can say ass. That's fine. I don't mind.
I'm like the one to bring, you know, the normal one they bring down from the top. It gives you the weather and, you know, your planner and your updates and what's going on. Notification is piece of cake. Just swipe, comes right down.
Right.
Bottom one, it's like, okay. I'm like dragging my thumb over a piece of glass to get it to pop up, like 7 times. I'm like, really?
But it's because you're not going all the way to the top. So wherever the sticky part is at the top, it's not allowing.
Well, it's from the bottom up now.
Yeah. Okay.
So you got one from the top down, you got one from the bottom up.
So you got to swipe this way and this way.
Right. Swipe one down to get your notifications.
That one comes down okay, right?
Piece of cake.
Right? The one going up is backwards.
The old school. Right. Backwards.
Yep.
And you think you can get it to go up? I'm like,
hey, dude, they're just trying to make you ambidextrous. It's okay. They're just trying to give you better skills.
It's like 7 times. You got to
remember, Apple knows best for us all.
Because you can hit the camera, it's in the bottom right-hand corner, you know. Without having to put your password in, you can just do your...
Hey, look, there's a bumblebee or something in here.
No, it looks like one of those beetle things, stink bugs or whatever they call them.
Right.
But, want to get a camera? No? Okay. Anyway. Yeah, you can push the camera, it pops up automatically.
Right.
I'm like, it's not what I want. I want the control panel from the bottom, so I can use the flashlight, the calculators in there.
Right.
With the airdrops in there, the whole 9 yards. Nearly impossible.
Right.
I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. You gotta go left to right, right to left, up, straight up, down. I don't know what the trick is to it. I'm like checking settings to see if it's easier, swipe easier or swipes harder, or I'm like,
just remember, Apple knows best.
What a pain in the
Apple knows best.
Actually, it's easier on the iPad though.
And remember, tablets are better than anything else.
The tablets, it's easier to do on the tablets. I have no problem usually bringing it up on the tablet. But that's my gripe of the week with the new iOS 7. I've gotten used to everything else.
Did you upgrade this week?
I did both. Yeah.
Nice. Cool.
Piece of cake.
Piece of cake. Well, it's over the air, right? So you just hit the button and it updates.
Well, you can do it that way, or it's easier if you connect it to your home computer because it's a little faster.
Ah, okay, yes.
But first couple tries, must be everybody was like downloading it.
Oh, probably, yeah.
This upgrade is not available. This upgrade is not available.
iOS 7 is not available. What do you mean it's not available? It says
like
it's available.
5 hours it was unavailable. So finally I just said, heck with it. Came home, a couple hours later and connected and ta-da, there it is. All right, it's available.
Hola.
30 minutes before it upgrades. Oh, wait a minute. You don't have enough room on your phone. You have to clear out a couple games because you don't have enough memory to download it. Okay, so I got to clear out some of the games. Same with the iPad. I'm like, really? Good thing to go to the cloud.
So it's really a bigger operating system too, as well.
Yeah. But a lot of the games, if you can just
a lot of people are griping about all sorts of different things about the iPad or iOS 7. It's just kind of funny.
It's really not too bad. I thought maybe it would be.
Yeah, but I mean, people are like being real nitpicky. Like something that worked here doesn't work here anymore. Right? It's just like, oh, whatever.
But that's my gripe of the week anyway. Damn control panel on the bottom. Fix it. Make it easier.
Go get it, Apple. Fix it.
Right.
So
anyway,
do some more news.
I got another news article that goes along with the iOS 7 if you want to do that real quick.
Sure.
Apple is questioned over the iPhone fingerprint security by the U.S. Senate.
About whether it's private or not?
Well, let me read the article I found in Forbes magazine. It's Apple has tried to preempt privacy fears over the unique fingerprint scanning feature on the new iPhone 5S instance, setting up a fact page explaining how Touch ID technology works and why it cannot be exploited by hackers. But that's not enough. U.S. Senator Alan Franken set up an open letter to Apple CEO Tim Cook, calling him to answer a series of questions about the Touch ID within the next month, actually. Among them were key questions were, could anyone ever convert the iPhone's locally stored fingerprint data into a visual format? Maybe.
Okay, so what good would that do, though? Because the fingerprint scanner isn't going to just... The fingerprint scanner isn't going to take an image. It's actually got to be a touch, doesn't it?
I think you have to touch it several times in order to get that particular fingerprint image based on...
Yeah. So, okay, so...
The pressure on the key.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, that's how it works anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not on the touch screen. It's actually...
It's on the home button.
It's on the home button itself, right?
Yep.
So it's a totally different scanner. It's not necessarily an image-based. So you can't just hold up an image of your... You can't hold up an image of your fingerprint and get in.
Well, when you're doing it, you're looking at it online when they're setting it up, where you're depressing the button.
Yeah.
You see it on the screen where the pressure points.
Yeah.
Is what it kind of looks like.
Yeah, that's what it's kind of like the live scan kind of thought process where you go get fingerprint. Saying if you're going to jail, you go get fingerprinted now electronically. There's no ink anymore. Right. So, when you put it on the thing on the screen, it'll show all the pressure points, and then where there's no pressure is where the divots are, or the valleys, the hills and the valleys on your fingerprints, which then maps your quote unquote fingerprints to a digital file. Okay. Right. Could a hacker get that and, at least have your fingerprint? Sure. Could they potentially come up? I mean, this is totally spy games kind of thing.
Is it possible to steal fingerprint data from an iPhone, and can this be done remotely or physically by using the device?
Which is very possible, I suppose. But again, what would it do? What good would it do?
A lot of people are thinking hacking into emails, buying apps and stuff now online.
But
just use your fingerprint,
right?
To buy the apps, you don't have to type in your password anymore in order to.
But
in order to purchase your items.
Okay, so you'd have to have middleware. You'd have to have somebody. You'd have to hack it. So, well, of course, Apple users tend to not do security very well, but you know, you'd have to actually take and put middleware. So you'd have to sit between the device and the website you're purchasing from. So, like the Apple Store, right? So the device would have to be hacked so that it goes to this middleware thing. And then it wouldn't matter whether they stole the fingerprint off the device or not. They're just going to wait for you to go bloop like that with the fingerprint. They got it that now. So I mean, I think I really think these concerns are they've always been there. They're just making them public because they're trying to do something. I don't know what, but okay.
One of the other questions is how exactly will iTunes and the App Store interact with the Touch ID? Back to the thing. Question again. Security and privacy.
Right. So if it's all done on the local phone and not done at the server level, okay, the middleware thought process is gone. Okay, but what if they take and they grab that image? Are they actually sending the image over? Well, yeah.
Some of the stuff's got to be copyrighted, you would think. Is it really stuff that Apple wants to release? You know, the first one's having it, you know?
Well, they're not the first ones to have it. That's the whole thing.
Well, in the smartphone.
No, they're not the first ones to have it. No.
Which one?
It was the Galaxy 4, not the 4S, but the 4 had a fingerprint reader, kind of like, you know, you have on your computer.
Right.
I mean, we've had fingerprint readers now for God knows how long. Okay.
Obviously, it must have failed or something because really I haven't heard much about it.
Well, nobody wants to do it. What's the point? What's the point in having
Apple stepped up to the plate?
Apple stepped, and it's going to fail with Apple as well. The point being is exactly.
I think they got their encryption embedded with the fingerprint that they talk about in your emails and stuff. You want texting, get an iPhone,
right?
So
yeah, if you want to be a criminal, go get an iPhone,
right? So the encryption's got to be in there with the touch, the scanning process. You would think
that's not my problem. My problem is most people don't want to use biometrics in any way, shape, or form because they're
afraid of technology.
It doesn't work well. Okay, like the fingerprint scanners that we used to have for like laptops and stuff.
Yep.
You'd swipe it once, you'd swipe it twice, you'd swipe it 3 times, then you're locked out of your computer. Okay, there was so many ways that you could be locked out. Now the same thing could happen to Apple as well if that's their only way to authenticate you as a user. Which I hope it isn't, but if it becomes the only way that you can become authenticated as a user, and there's no back door, there's no roundabout way.
There's got to be.
Well, you would think there is.
I haven't had the chance to.
You would think there is, but you got to remember, HP tried this with their laptops and with a fingerprint scanner, and they had, I forget how many hundreds of thousands of callers to the tech support because people had locked themselves out due to the thumbprint not reading every time they went over the thumb scanner.
Right.
You know, so I could see where this could potentially be bad. I could see where this could be potentially good. And then the privacy and security thing, I think, is just ridiculous. I mean, by the end of the day, if a hacker hacked into the New York State Department of Corrections website or whatever, not website, but their servers in the backside, the private servers, and grabbed everybody's fingerprints, what good does it do them? You'd have to make a type of mold that goes over your finger as a hacker. You'd have to have that device and then push on it with that fake finger.
Mold, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see the point.
Right, and he's also
somebody's been watching too many spy movies.
Oh yeah,
you know,
definitely. And they also want to know: does the 5S transmit any diagnostic information about the Touch ID to Apple or any other party, and how is it transmitted? That was another question.
Well, good point. You know, okay, so diagnostic. So saying if it does do a diagnostic thing, so okay, the pressure wasn't good enough on this fingerprint. Oh, the pressure's good enough now. Okay, it's so many PSI or somewhere the whatever. I suppose that could give a hacker a better understanding of how the fingerprint scan would work, so they could defeat it. But again, I still think it comes down to, one, you have to physically have the device, and two, you'd have to make a rubberized mold of that fingerprint. And I don't know of any type of fingerprint, or I don't know of any type of 3D model printing that could do that fine of a job to reproduce a fingerprint.
Not yet.
Right. You know, it's spy movie stuff at this point.
And
if you don't agree with me, call in.
315-220-0692. Check us out on Facebook.
And if you don't like it, then I'm calling all you Apple people less secure than most everybody else. Or criminals. Call in. I love a good discussion.
Anyway, these are all questions that security researchers who are already trying to crack Touch ID are also asking themselves. For race to which is the most current, certainly on the website, is Touch ID hacked yet? .com.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
Which currently blares the word no on it.
Yep.
On its homepage, lists dozens of people who are
trying,
offering bounties to the first person who can reliably and repeatedly break into the iPhone 5S by lifting prints.
They got to lift the prints off the device, or they got to lift the print and then use the device?
Yeah, I do believe.
Which one?
I do. Let's see here. Let's reread it here. Offering bounties for the first person who can reliably and repeatedly break into the iPhone 5S by lifting prints. It says. So
saying if you give me your iPhone with that technology, you don't have it, right?
Nope.
Right. You got to get a new phone in order to have it.
Yes,
okay.
Exactly.
Okay, so saying if you start using it, you use it for a while, then I grab your phone, I dust it for prints, make some type of mold out of it, which will probably ruin the phone at that point. How the heck how would you do it? How would you do it? Well, I suppose you could always tape it instead of doing the mold right on the print. Yeah, you could always tape it. Okay, so fine, you tape the print out, okay, and then you make a mold of it, and then you got to have some type of fine grain of latex that you
who knows?
Okay, and then you tape it to your thumbprint. Okay, I can see where it's possible.
Right.
Repeatable and reliably repeatable. That's got to be tough. That's got to be really, really tough. You know,
nice. $5,000 in the pool anyway. If anybody does.
Oh no, it's got to be more than that.
With an extra $10,000 potentially on an offer from the venture capital firm iOS Capital.
I swear to God, this whole thing about hacking other things, they make hackers. They're making hackers an industry. You know that, right?
They're making it financially feasible.
Yeah, it's, right. I mean, okay, you could be an ethical hacker and make some decent money now. Okay, well, great. That's wonderful. What happens if you go off the deep end because you're taking Zoloft? You know, I mean, whatever.
One security researcher has already found a security flaw.
Oh, what's that?
In Apple's upgrade in the iOS 7 mobile operating system, which allows anyone to bypass an iPhone's lock screen to access photos and their email.
Oh, that's right. The media server that they use on there.
Yeah. The vulnerability found by a soldier living in Spain, in Spain's Canary Islands, and first reported on Forbes. Yeah, is initiated by swiping up the phone's lock screen to access the phone's control center, which I was complaining about so damn hard.
Well, that's why it's so damn hard. They were trying to make it more secure.
Must be. I don't know.
Right?
But, yeah, so Apple's under scrutiny anyway from the senator.
Yeah, right.
From Senator Franken anyway about.
You know, I'm okay with politicians trying to protect people's privacy and stuff because I really think they should. You know, they should be on top of it. But, you know, I really do have this problem with people that...
Trying to give the screws to somebody else?
Yeah. And I really think that's what it's coming down to. Because it doesn't sound like it's really an inquiry into the privacy and the security of the iOS. It's really more like, you know, all I had to do is just say, Apple, give us a report on this, and we'll keep it confidential. But God knows how much does the U.S. government keep confidential anymore? I mean, we have so many leaks. It's like ridiculous. So maybe I don't trust that idea anymore. But
actually, I got a question.
Yeah,
it was posed to me. It was posed to me to ask you.
Oh, okay.
Is how to connect an HP 8000 printer to two networks.
If you can't get me at work, you're gonna get me here on the show, aren't you? Well, it's USB, correct?
All right. It is USB.
All right. Well, that's easy enough. What we're gonna do is we're going to go buy a USB switcher so that you can just go tick 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 tick, and one be connected. You know, the A port will be connected to not the network, but to your computer.
All right.
And then the other computer would be connected to port B. And then when you want to print from each one, you just...
You manually have to flip the switch. You can't...
Yeah, easy, simple pie.
Can't pick which printer you want to...
Well, it might be a
print to when it's on your screen.
No
print.
Well, you still have to pick.
B.
You would still have to pick, but the problem is remember there are two islands. This doesn't talk to this. So
right, exactly.
So if you can't talk to these two things and you just want this one device, we'll just split off a wire and go. Here you go. Nice day.
Yeah.
Be done.
Yeah. Chris and I had a little conversation, so
yeah, I kind of figured. Did he tell you what I said to him?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then I won't repeat it online then.
I said, I'm going to have to do that. That'll be pretty funny. I said.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
Yeah. He cornered me in the hall and he was just like, dude, how do we do this? I'm like, well, is it a network printer or is it a USB printer? And he's like, I think it's USB. Then we buy a USB switch. Oh, okay.
Come on, Chris, call in 315-220-0692.
Come on, give it to me, Chris. I'm waiting for you. I got my gloves on, baby. I got my gloves on. I'm ready to go. I'm ready for a fight. I'm actually quite calm today, surprisingly. Usually I'm wired for sound, and I don't know what it is. I'm just kind of like, ooh, Buddha time,
Must have been the zenfulness of the peacefulness of the
Potato Festival last night.
Studio when I came walking in, it was nice and quiet and dusk and mood light.
It was very mood lighting in here.
Yes, it was very nice.
I went to the Great New York State Potato Festival last night. It was an awesome experience. A little different for my experience of doing normal. I had to go videotape a talent show. It was fun.
Right. Where was that at?
The Great New York State Potato Festival up in...
Is that in Savannah?
Savannah, yes.
Yep.
So it was kind of funny because when we first arrived, I was like, is this it?
That's Savannah, New York, that is, people.
Savannah, New York, yes.
Yes.
Not Savannah, Georgia, like I was saying the other day.
Right.
I'm like, evidently I wasn't good at geometry, what?
Geography.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But I was good at math, so.
That's always a good thing.
Go figure.
And how'd that go?
It went well. It really had a few issues.
Did you record it, or did you?
I recorded it. I videotaped it.
Take some pictures.
No, I should have brought the other camera so I could have took pictures too. I should have. I really just should have tripoded it, started it, went, took some pictures, come back, checked it, did all that stuff. But I really didn't know what I was walking into and what to expect. Now I know. So next year I can do a lot better job if they decide to hire me again. And then if they don't, then oh well. It was an experience.
It was a good experience.
It was interesting. I mean, it was good to see a lot of young people that had some really amazing talent. Somebody did the Cup song, and since I was in the front row recording it, I could actually hear it, and she did pretty good. She was a little out of tune because she had no other background music.
Right.
So, I think they could have done a little bit better job in the stage setup because, it really wasn't set up for the singers to be on the stage. The singers were on the ground in the audience, so it was like a little weird, but
nice. Very nice.
There's a few issues, but I mean, other than that, the talent was amazing. I mean, I couldn't believe the Cups girl. She did pretty good when you got to hear her. She was loud enough to hear it.
We got a family friend whose daughter is 9, I do believe 9 or 10, and she does it. She posted it on her Facebook.
The Cup song,
Cup song,
but the new one, not the Girl Scouts Cup song, but this one that's the pop song.
Yes.
Right? Okay, yeah. Yep. Okay, so
she does it herself, no music in the background, just singing, and
yeah, well,
it was amazing.
That's what this girl did, and it was really good. But I mean, once in a while, like I said, you could tell she was fishing for what key she needed to be in.
Right.
But other than that, she did good. If she had a little background music, like if she started it and then had the real music come in and she kind of karaoke'd it, it probably would have been fine.
Faded it out a little bit.
Yeah, something. Just so she had something to go by for a reference point. I think she would have been great.
I saw the video for that for the very first time the other day.
Right?
I've heard the song.
I've never seen the video. I got to go look it up.
But,
and your feelings about it?
It was good.
Oh, okay.
I liked it.
So, a lot of good talent. I mean, there was this, he got up there, had the cut off muscle shirt and, hat, John Deere hat on. And, you really didn't look at him and go, hey, wow, he's a country singer. And man, he started, trotting it around the stage or around the audience there. And he sounded a lot like Garth Brooks, really, by the end of the day. You know, just had that really deep, low, kind of, you know, powerful voice, and that was kind of nice to hear.
Right.
There was a couple of really fantastic female vocalists. I think there were one or two instrumentals that were up there in the talent show, which was kind of neat. This lady playing the accordion. That was neat. You know, she just...
Nice.
They didn't have a mic for her, but, you know, whatever. You know, she just played loud enough, so...
Nice.
But it was a fun time. It was fun. It was nice to be out. It was nice to be at something different for a change. You know, get a little variety, you know, so it was fun. I really appreciated the job.
And since we're speaking about little festivals there, isn't it the Cork and
Cork and Fork was last night and today.
Yeah, going on this weekend, right?
Yep, Cork and Fork. So, hey, promoting the Cork and Fork, man. Let me tell you, get out there to Rodman Farm, where the Rodman Farm.
Yeah, Rodman Lot Farms.
414, Sonic Falls.
Right.
How far out is it? Probably a mile and a half.
Yeah, not even.
Yeah, it's just outside of town, south on 414.
If you're in the area, correct?
Yeah, if you're in the area, it's great food, great wine, lots of vendors. I used to videotape and photograph that a few years ago.
And part of the proceeds go to help feed some of our children that are in need in the area.
Right.
Especially during like summer vacation recess and stuff. So that's a great cause.
And you get to see and meet all the local wineries. They got people that cook at the local wineries. Some of the chefs that are probably out there cooking and making dishes for you to try.
A lot of the young and up and coming folks out there.
Yep.
And businesses. They're up and running.
So get out there, support your local businesses if you're up here in the Finger Lakes area.
I think it's a $10 donation, I think.
Is it? Yeah, to park, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's okay.
And like I said, most of the proceeds go back to the benefit. So
yeah. So, but get out there. Great time. Wine.
Anyway, you got anything?
I got tons of stuff. I mean, what do you want to talk about? You want to talk about?
Now that I've taken up most of the time on you here.
That's fine. I'm good with that. I can sit back and relax. Let you do the show. How about we talk about another little bit of a gripe? But I'm just going to read the article. Here's my gripe before I read the article, and maybe you can hear it when I read the article.
Okay.
I'm tired of businesses that sit still. Okay, and I'm not talking sitting still as in they have a good product and they just improve on it a little bit at a time, make sure it's secure, so on and so forth. That's not sitting still, okay? Sitting still is, I'm not changing because I'm this, and what we did 20 years ago is good now. Maybe not, but probably not. You need to at least improve a little bit, right. You know. And then the opposite side of the fence is true too. When you move too much, I don't think it's good for business or the economy and so on and so forth. So, Blackberry to slash 4,500 jobs. Okay, San Francisco Blackberry says it's slashing 4,500 positions in a last-ditch move to recharge the troubled company. The Canadian company said it would eliminate that many jobs in a bid to cut expenses, a move that comes 2 days after the Wall Street Journal reported an expected 40% workforce reduction at the device maker. Okay? They make devices, okay, first and foremost, they make phones, okay? Right. You know, I'll keep going because you'll hear where I get mad at it.
Okay.
BlackBerry has failed to invigorate its business despite unveiling a new smartphone line and software in January. The tailspin has prompted company officials to explore strategic options, including a sale. Trouble BlackBerry said the layoffs will help slash operating expenses by about 50% by the end of the first quarter 2015. Whole year for now. It could make them seem a more attractive investment to buy or invest or go private. I think all those are on the table at this point, said IDC analyst Roman Lamas. Further clouding its future, BlackBerry reported Friday it expects a net operating loss of $950 million to $995 million in its fiscal second quarter. Second quarter!
Wow. Is this something they should have stuck to what they were good at?
This is something that they were at what they were good at, but then they didn't improve on what they were doing well. A lot of analysts have said that the death of the BlackBerry wasn't the fact that the users moved to the iOS or to the iPhones or, you know, to the Android devices. It was the fact that the iOS and Android apps and phones and everything was moving at a good pace. A good pace. Because I really do think that Apple has done a good job. Android has done a good job of pacing their improvements so that they're well placed, they're well done, they're done. They're done within. You know, the market accepts them. Okay?
I think the Android's out there right now is beating Apple, but Apple's not too far behind now. I think, especially with that launch of the 5C. I think they're going to be about equal.
That whole race, I'm not even concerned with because they're going to flip flop from now until the end of time. But my point is,
Droid's taking it. I think, unfortunately.
Yeah, right now probably.
Sorry, Droid users. In Galaxy, they're like 7%.
What do you mean, sorry, Droid users? Go team! Woohoo! No, but
like 7%.
I think my point here is BlackBerry's falling off the market because they didn't update their apps. They didn't try to get, you know, better things. They spent so much time in patent lawsuits that they lost track of what their company was supposed to be doing. And having 4,500 extra jobs, okay, around the world that now they're going to cut.
They're poof. Gone.
Poof, gone. Have a nice day. Now you got 4,500 people going to be looking for jobs around the world that were employed by RIM and BlackBerry. And why? Because they didn't update their devices well?
Right.
You know, they didn't have a good strategy.
Future planning.
Great for you guys. Sorry.
Right.
You know, here's your pink slip. Have a nice day. I mean, it happens all the time. I know it does. But my point comes down to is that BlackBerry still would be a relevant device. So many people like
they loved it.
Right. And once you were a BlackBerry user, usually you didn't go to much anything else.
Right, exactly.
You know, all they had to do was update the devices to a certain degree, re-engineer a few things, and I bet you BlackBerry would still be in the race.
Keep up with the times.
Right. And they didn't. They just fell behind. And this last update, if you really look at this last update, it was nothing but crap.
Yep.
There, take that.
Have a good day.
Yes. Did I hit the... Yeah, I did.
Awesome. Free app of the week.
Okay, free app of the week time. All right.
It's almost 11:40, quarter of already.
Really? Holy cow. Where are they going?
Right. Ah, yeah!
Now it's time for JJ's free app of the week.
The free app of the week brought to you today by the Apple Store. It's actually kind of an interesting app, educational app, ages 4 and up. It's called The Human Body by TinyBot. Explore a working model of the body. Every part is animated and interactive. The heart beats, the guts gurgle, the lungs breathe, the skin feels, and the eyes see. Designed for kids ages 4 and up to discover what we're made of and how we work. The Human Body is the first series of apps from TinyBot. Each app contains a recording tool, so you and your children can ask questions, listen, and respond to each other. Play and learn and explore together. Features 6 interactive animated layers of the body, teach basic anatomy, includes a detailed interactive heart, brain, eyes, stomach, mouth, and more. Recording mode, parents' dashboard enables you to view and save and share conversations with your kids. Easily switch between text, labels, and 50 different languages. And it's a free downloadable handbook with tips and interactive and additional resources. Smart device features front camera, demonstrate visions of microphone and how hearing works. The photo and music libraries are assessed to demonstrate brain function. Device orientation shows the effective gravity of the body. And much, much more. That wasn't even done yet.
Wow.
But that gives you the basic rundown of what it is.
So basically, you can...
It's a great educational app.
I hope to God they don't take my 3D model of my body. Oh my God, we'd be in trouble.
Yeah, it's fun for all ages.
My belly gurgles way too much.
Your girly parts?
Yes, gurgly.
Gurgly.
Not girly, gurgly. Gurgly. That's so funny.
And I didn't misspeak on the last week's show either on the free app of the week.
You didn't?
I didn't. Remember I said molested or something?
And that's what it was molested.
No.
Oh.
It wasn't.
It wasn't?
No.
What did you say?
I replayed it like 3 times. I'm like, I didn't say that.
Well, what did you say?
I got a little tongue-tied, but I didn't say that.
I got a little tough. Well, what did you say? Do I have to go back and play this week's last week's show?
I think you have to, but
okay, I'll have to go play it again. I was looking for it and I couldn't find it.
I found it.
Okay, well,
so
good.
We're good. I was safe.
That's okay. If it's a game about molesting, fruit, okay, fine, I'm good with it. Animated cartoon fruit, fine.
Anyway, go find the free app of the week, The Human Body, and we'll put it on our website.
I suppose Fruit Ninja could be considered that.
Well, right, yeah, pretty much.
I'm sorry, I'm on a kick.
Yeah.
All right, well, how about I get Round the Tech out of the way, and then we'll do a couple more news articles, and we'll get out.
Sounds good to me.
All right, Round the Tech.
Round the Tech.
Now time for Round the Tech in 60 seconds. What's up? Tell me when to go.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Battery draining issue plagued iOS 7 users. Some iOS 7 upgraders not only got the flat design, but a quickly draining battery.
Yes, we do.
iTunes Radio threatens the iOS competition without innovation. Apple's new streaming music service looks to bring the noise to Pandora, Spotify, and Slacker by using the 1-2 punch of accessibility and simplicity.
It's pretty awesome.
Grand Theft Auto 5 sales tops $1 billion in 3 days.
I heard don't buy it, though.
Why?
I heard it sucks.
I'm buying it.
Anyway, next.
Anyhow, Sprint launches 1UP early upgrade plan. Sprint today announced the new 1UP upgrade plan, promising the same unlimited talk, text, and data while adding options and trading in their phone every 12 months. Google makes quick office apps free, adds 10 gigabytes of storage. And Facebook is protected by freedom of speech.
Yay!
So back on Grand Theft Auto. Oh my God, I want to talk about this.
Actually, I haven't had a chance to play it yet. I've heard a few comments anyway.
I didn't get a chance to buy it yet.
If Steve, who's at work, listening, watching now, he's got it. Apparently he didn't like it too well. So
no?
Maybe you can give us a call in at 315-220-0692 and tell us why.
Yeah, because, I'd like to know why.
Or maybe we'll pop up on...
or on the chat.
On the chat, maybe.
Let me make sure the phone's working, just in case,
Yeah, right? Can't call in. We've been trying.
Yeah, right?
Can't get through.
I don't know. It looks good. Right here.
I was amazed that it was like $1 billion in
the box. Yeah, I know. Yeah, $1 billion in 3 days. It's unheard of with games.
Ka-ching.
Right. It's one of the most waited for upgrades to this series, because I guess it takes place in San Andreas, and I don't know the whole story, but there's the box art, okay, or the trailer art. Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm assuming the story was. I was just watching the trailer.
Too bad we didn't have any trailers uploaded.
Right. Well, I couldn't find any that I really could play because there's some language, but
we can do that, right?
Yeah, we can. But I was just like,
better not.
I don't mind, but you like to try to keep things somewhat nice. Yes. But anyhow,
it's a PG-13 show,
right? It's supposed to be. But I guess the big thing is Grand Theft Auto. The question comes down to what's the storyline, and why are people upset at it if they're upset? Really, Rockstar has always done a great job, especially on the PS3, to build their games to be functional,
right,
on each platform that they build, except for PC. For some reason, Rockstar hated the PC. But really, if the gameplay is good and the story is kind of neat and it kind of interacts with some of the previous ones, they sound like they're going to. It sounds like it's almost like a reboot of, what was it? Not Vice City, but Liberty City Stories, or one of them. But they moved to San Andreas or something. So it's I don't know, but supposedly this is supposed to be all open skies, and you can get in a helicopter, fly up, and there's no reload or transitions.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, you were in the world all the time, not like Grand Theft Auto 4, which if you went from driving and being on the ground to going up in the air, you had to switch. It switched maps somehow, so it had to do a load screen. Then you're in a helicopter, and it's like, okay, here we are in a helicopter. And
nice.
You know,
I know it hit like 800 million in like the first 24 hours. It was like,
well, right. I was gonna, I thought about it. I go, maybe I should pre-order it, and then I was like, probably not. I can wait for it once it goes. I could even probably wait for it until it goes on sale. But I kind of want to play it and review it because I really do like the series. I mean, the series has always been one of my favorite series.
Let's see if I can get a little volume here.
Oh, but you got it?
Maybe. I got something here on CNET that.
I gotta find the right one. Yeah.
Graphics are pretty awesome.
Hold it up so we can see it.
Actually, I don't know. How well you can see it anyway.
Pretty well. It's not flashing too bad. Oh, it's weird. It's a little tiny little trailer type thing.
Yeah. Go on the bottom.
Oh. Things will blow up. Hot chicks. Yep. Psycho guys riding motorcycles. Yeah.
The graphics are pretty cool.
I actually seen most of that trailer the other day.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
I don't know. It's always been a good game that I've liked as an adult, just because it's always had a good storyline and it's all mission based and so on and so forth. I'm just wondering what could have Rockstar done to mess up their formula if people really don't like it.
Right.
I mean, if you like, and that's what I don't understand is, so many people loved, Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto, Vice City, Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto 4 now.
Yep.
Now here's number 5 coming out, and all of a sudden
they were originally only expecting to make like 1.4 billion or something by the life use of it. Now they're already at 1 billion already.
Yeah, so
in 3 days.
So I guess
they're going to hit 2 billion by the time.
I guess I just wonder what's really what really the problem is. So I guess I gotta have to buy it and play it. Another game that I just recently bought myself was Splinter Cell Blacklist.
No, I haven't heard that one.
I've always liked this. Another good series in the gaming world is the Splinter Cell. The whole Splinter Cell. Tom Clancy writes it. Basically, it's all based on his writings and stuff. Okay. And if you've ever heard of Rainbow Six, or if you've ever heard of
Rainbow Six.
Splinter Cell. Splinter Cell is also another offspin of that, where you're kind of this Echelon 3 or the third echelon or whatever they call it. It's a kind of a security agency, and you're the secret agent in there, and you're Sam.
Inspector Gadget, huh?
More, by far more.
Oh, Tom Cruise.
More like Mission Impossible, Tom Cruise type stuff. Yeah. And if you really look at the game's history, you start with the very first one that they ever did in 8-bit graphics, or 16-bit graphics, for being 16.
On the Atari?
No, it was on PC, but it was back in 2000.
Right.
So 16-bit graphics or even 32-bit graphics. But it was low res.
Right. That's right.
And you kind of. And it had all the different elements to it where it was fun. It was all about sneak. It was one of the first games that actually got the whole sneaking up behind a computer player, and they don't have magic detectovision. Okay?
Oh, yes.
If you're playing a game now and you're not playing against human elements, okay, a lot of times the computer will detect you out of nowhere, and you'll be like, how did you see me? You got eyes in the back of your head? I mean, what happened? And that gets frustrating. Like
get some Google Glass on with a little reverse.
Evidently, right?
Yeah, so mirrors.
but the big thing that always irritated me with like games like that, like Hitman series. Right. If you ever played the Hitman series, you're supposed to sneak up on people and silently take them down. Same way with like Splinter Cell. You're supposed to sneak up on people and silently take them down, or inconspicuously take them down, and then hide the body someplace so the next patrol coming around doesn't find it. Right.
Or find you.
Splinter Cell is one of the first game series that I think I've ever seen that ever got it right out of the gate. And then I don't know about this new game, but I'm hoping the new game is going to be just as good. But I just put it in. I just got it loaded up on the PS3, so I think we're going to start. Since it's fall, I'm probably going to start playing. So.
Oh, today is the first day of fall, isn't it?
Yes,
21st.
Yes, and that's my seasons usually, from fall until spring. PS3 and computers where I'm at. So
nice,
because I'm pretty much done doing weddings. Well, I got one more month of doing weddings, I think. So that'll be done, and then after that, then it's playing games. So I'm sure I'm gonna try to do some interesting video work, and we're gonna try to do maybe like some video clip reviews. So do it like a newscast. We'll stand in front of a screen and be like, "Hey, blah 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 about Grand Theft Auto 5," and you know, as you're talking about it, I'll have things pop up on the screen, like the logo, and then maybe some video clips or whatever. So it's going to be interesting to see if my video skills get a little better over this winter, because I'm going to do some more stuff with that.
All right, I just came across the article. Back something we were talking about earlier. The article I just found in Mashable. A cat paws can unlock the iPhone 5S fingerprint sensor.
Get out of here!
Yeah, one of the biggest new features in Apple's iPhone 5S smartphone
can be hacked by a pussycat.
High-tech fingerprint sensor called Touch ID, but it looks like it can read more than just human skin.
Oh.
TechCrunch tried out a sensor on a cat's paw and successfully unlocked the device. Just like a human's fingerprint, the paw...
Not hacked it, but used the cat's paw as the security ID.
Yep, the paw would have to be programmed to the iPhone 5S for access. And, of course, they check out the video on Mashable on how they did it.
Right.
So the Touch ID sensor reportedly works on other parts of the human skin, too, including the palm of the hand and forearm as well.
Yeah, there's spots on the forearm that you can get.
So I just thought that was interesting that it was detecting the skin on the cat's paw. So check it out on Mashable. They get a little video on how it's done.
I'll have to check that out. That's kind of funny.
That was kind of neat. Well, yeah, time for about one more article, maybe, or
well, how about I can save this other one for next week. It's the fastest ISPs in 2013, so I'll save that.
Okay.
I don't know which one. What other one can I save, or can I not? Well, let me read two real quick, and then we'll see if we get the third one real quick.
Okay.
Tight supply, since we're talking about iPhones and stuff, tight supply may crimp first weekend iPhone sales. Evidently, there's a low supply of iPhones where so many people are buying them, it might not be supply enough, so they're going to have to wait for the next shipment.
Supply versus demand.
Yeah, pretty much. So, surveyed 416 customers waiting in lines in San Francisco, Minneapolis, and New York, and found that 95% of them were waiting for the 5S. So, evidently the lines were around the corner in some areas of the country.
I'll have to wait for my 5S. I'm not due for an upgrade yet, so.
Okay.
And of course, I'm not going to pay full price, so no.
Yeah, right.
Can't afford that.
Gotta wait, right?
Right.
Attackers target Internet Explorer 0-day flaw. There was a recent flaw found in IE 8 and 9. It's called a 0-day because there is no... Oops, it overwrote my article here with an ad.
Oops, because there's no days left.
Right, there is no there's no fix for the vulnerability right now. Though Microsoft has developed a fix-it tool for it, there is no patch available at this point. The vulnerability exists in a way that Internet Explorer accesses objects in memory that has been deleted or has not been properly allocated. The vulnerability may corrupt memory in a way that could allow an attacker to execute arbitrary code in the context of the current user within Internet Explorer, thus making it so that if you're using Internet Explorer 8 or 9 and you're browsing to a hacker's website that has this, it's possible that they could take remote access control of your computer or drop other viruses on your computer without you ever knowing it. Could just look like an error. Oops. Or could look like an ad, or could look like whatever. So, buyer beware. Be safe surfing. Don't just go willy nilly. The newness of the internet should be wore off by now. So people shouldn't be going, "Oh, look what they put up on the internet." But stop. Okay, just stop. Go to what you need to go to. Go to your bank. Go to your whatever. Limit yourself to where you're going. If you're gonna go do some searching, go do it in an oddball browser like Firefox or even Chrome. I would prefer Firefox. I like Firefox so far. Knock on wood, I've only seen 2 or 3 vulnerabilities, and most of them don't affect me. And I can pretty much browse to almost anything I want, and do it privately. Do it in private. The in private feature that is on Internet Explorer, Firefox, and Chrome. Do it privately, and that'll keep you a little more safe as well, especially your identity.
Nice.
So there's that.
One other question, not posing the question, but if anybody knows, I had a question posed yesterday. The new iPhone 5S stuck in emergency mode. How do we get it off emergency mode? The caller had just gotten their phone and accidentally hit the emergency mode on the phone and couldn't get it to turn off.
Did you figure out how to get it off?
Well, we gave them a couple of hints of just simply repowering it, off and on, or I had found an article, real brief article that said to push and hold the pound key.
Yes,
and that may reset it, but not sure if it works or not. I'm looking for answers. I'm still looking up online, so hadn't had a chance. So if somebody knows, wants to give us a call next week's show maybe, or send us an email 315-220-0692 or TikTok Live or TikTok Live ny@gmail.com.
Check us out on Facebook and Twitter.
Right.
I got one more that I guess I can't really wait until next week because it's really just a short little article.
Okay.
NASA declares an end to the Deep Impact Comet mission. Basically, NASA has given up on the Deep Impact spacecraft, which suddenly went silent after 9 years of exploration. The space agency said Friday the mission is over for Deep Impact, which in 2005 smashed a comet with a projectile to give scientists a peek into the interior. The spacecraft went on to rendezvous with 2 more comets. Last month, engineers lost contact after trying... Aliens took it. After trying for 8 months to regain communications, NASA said, there's no hope left. It's done.
Hit a bigger comet and
it could have done poof. Yeah, it could have done so many different things.
Right.
Really by the end of the day. I mean,
just lost power or something.
Lost power,
froze
got
up
in.
On, or...
And then can you believe that Voyager is outside the
cold or something, caught a virus or something.
Oh, yeah, right. Caught a virus way out there.
Yeah,
all right.
Anyway,
can you believe that Voyager is now out of the known universe, our known universe? The furthest man-made object is now Voyager out in the middle of nowhere.
Out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, I can't believe that. And it's still transmitting.
Out past Neptune's third moon and going.
Much further than that.
Right. Just for your speech.
Yeah, right. But
it'd be interesting how far it goes and what we could information we should receive back from.
Well, really, what I really want NASA to do, and hopefully somebody thought of this, I'm sure they did, but I would really love it if they would just turn Voyager around and take a snapshot back towards Earth. See what cool. see if it's truly real that our universe is flat, spinning around a black hole,
right,
or a plasma storm or supernova or whatever it is.
Gotta have some type of 360 camera or something there, right?
But I mean, from its point of view, I mean, you've seen all the models, right?
Right.
Everything looks flat. Everything looks like it's just this big dust cloud that floats around. It's just like when you look at our planets, it looks like everybody has the same rotational orbit,
right?
But really, I don't think that's true. I think probably Pluto goes this way and the Earth goes this way. So it's probably everything's just.
And eventually, we're going to collide, or what?
No, just they got their own orbits. I'm just saying, I don't think it all orbits the same direction or the same axis. The way that they display it on textbooks and online and
here's
stuff.
The sun and everything goes around it like this.
Right, and it's all one.
Out, right?
It's all. Yeah, no, that flat. Cannot be the way it is. I'm sorry, it just can't be.
Give us a call and answer Flipper's question.
No, it's okay.
Okay, very good. Anyway.
All right, you've been listening to Tech Talk Live. I'm Flipper.
I'm JJ.
And we're on every Saturday morning, 10 to 11 to 12 here on FingerLinks1.com, FingerLinks1.tv. We're out of here.
We'll see you.
See ya.
You've been listening to your technology talk show. Tune in next time to Tech Talk Live.